What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. Want to thank my sponsor, Steel Supplements. The last video I put in the pinned comment a link. You can go over and get yourself a shirt, a shaker cup, some free samples for $10. A bunch of you took advantage of it. Appreciate you helping my channel out. Obviously, Steel is a great company. So proud to have them use their products literally every single day. Also, my sponsor with Webull. Last month, one of the best months I've had. I think close to 60 people signed up. All you have to do, click the link, go open an account. They're going to give you free stock. If you deposit even $1, they are going to give you more free stock. Now, Maximum Football, this is really intriguing to me. In full disclosure, we have no idea who did this, but the fact that it happened is what I find interesting. So, when I first started dealing with Maximum Football was probably 2017, 2018. David Winter approached me, literally designing the game in his house. From there, he went over to kind of a community cubicle that Canada helped with artists, creators, filmmakers. They basically really support the creativity from their citizens, and they kind of put him in this cube that allowed him to grow his game outside of just his home and give him other options. And he really did thrive with that. They did a lot of motion capture. They went out and got a football team from the area on board to do the animations. But all of that said, all of the gameplay, all of the interviews, everything I've done on my channel as it relates to Maximum Football, nothing has gotten the hype as we've seen lately. And I think that plays perfectly into this because I don't know who did this, but someone actually went and got the URL MaximumFootballGame.com and then directed it over to Madden NFL. And I think it's just showing everyone that people are taking this game serious and they kind of want to curb some of the hype that this game has. And to me, it's interesting because I think one of the things that we've really missed is that this is a college football game. It's not really competing with Madden at all. From the fact that Madden has been and will be an NFL exclusive professional football game. And Maximum has always been a college football game, Canadian rules. So to me, when you look at that, it's such a difference in where these games are, and yet so many people are willing to connect them together. And I do just want to point out that they don't take this seriously over at Maximum Football. Micah here basically just says it's petty and laughs. And for the record, I have not had any communication from Modus Games. If Modus wants to reach out to me, listen, go get my email, guys. I know they just hired a former EA community manager, so it is what it is at this point, but don't listen to everything you hear from people that say, oh, I'm connected to all these gaming companies. I'm really not. I've never actually spoke to Micah. I'm just glad to be able to talk about another football game and show off what they're doing in hopes that we can actually compare a free game to a AAA title and see improvements year to year. And I think that's one of the things that a lot of people have forgot. We've had games come in this marketplace and improve. Access Football, Maximum Football. I mean, if you even look at Mutant Football League, which if you go back in my channel, I had Michael Mendheim on my channel years ago, and he failed his first Kickstarter to make a football game. And I thought to myself, man, this is never going to happen. And now they literally are making that game in a war zone, making it better each and every year, DLCs. And it's just amazing to me that all the things I've seen in this community, whether you go back to, when I spent time with Backbreaker, when I spent a week at EA, to be fair, I don't think EA has the work ethic. I don't think their employees have the tools. I know they have the resources, but for whatever reason, they're just not able to get from the drawing board to the game. And a lot of people will sit there and say, oh, they need community members. No, they don't. They've had a guy like Pat Kerwin in that building that is a brilliant football mind, way more brilliant than anyone. And the fact that he can't help them get the game where it needs to be, there's no one from our community that's going to go do it, that's for sure. And to see this game, basically finally get a second chance in Maximum Football and have this type of hype around it, it's a double-edged sword because I know, if this game doesn't meet the expectations people are setting, it's going to be an uphill battle on the next year's version. But I also know that if it even begins to meet that expectation for a free game, people are really going to take a hard look at EA and say, listen, why are we paying $60 for this each year, if not more, when there's a free game here that's actually improving and trying. And since then, we've seen other football titles come in. We've actually had community members go out and make football games. It really does kind of blow my mind where this community has come from. And I will say, one of the things that's really kind of settled with me over the past couple months is the loss of Uche. Uche was a great friend of mine. Obviously, he did his show just about every day on his channel. He loved football gaming, and in a way it hurts to know that a football game is going to come out and my buddy's not going to be able to talk to me about it. I know he would be so excited. He would be willing to step in and help. I probably know more about the relations he had with EA than anyone. And to that point, I know Clint Oldenburg did recognize Uche's passing, and I want to thank him for that and appreciate him. When EA does the right thing, I'll be the first one to sit here and tell you they did the right thing. The problem is they haven't been doing the right thing for so long that the news that comes out about EA is constantly negative. We've all seen this. We've lived it now, right? It's not just me telling you the game is bad. You see the same game issues year in and year out, console generation to console generation, and it's so exciting to see a game enter the marketplace, and we've had them before, where there's a will to get better. There's a desire to get better. There's a ton of people that give Access Football feedback, and Access Football improves their game. And they don't ask for anything other than the feedback to do it. I think people are so used to EA Sports not listening to them and closing them out that they are hesitant to go to game developers. I think they're so used to the way EA kind of treats us gamers, where they kind of talk down to us, and almost, with Clint, at least I can say personally, kind of hold his NFL pedigree over your head as if you can't possibly know what you're talking about, or you possibly don't know how hard it is to design a game, and therefore who are you to come ask for the game to be better? And I think that's shined through in a lot of the interactions he's had. Try again, 2 is better than 1, all of these things. But I urge you to understand, listen, if you get these games and you're not satisfied with them, then you need to reach out to the game developer and say, listen, this is the feedback I have for you. Do with it what you will, and know that not every gaming company is EA Sports. And hopefully you're seeing that with Maximum Football this year, a game company that wants to make a product that gamers want to play. One that wants to listen to you, respect you as a customer, accept your feedback, and use that as a catalyst to make the game better. And yes, everyone's feedback can't be used, and some people don't have feedback that's fully founded, but at the end of the day, certainly doesn't mean that you don't have the opportunity to share it. And I think, in a nutshell, to surmise this, the fact that somebody is out there trying to redirect this game's URL to go back to Madden is pretty astonishing, and it shows that there's a lot of energy building around this game, a lot of community support, and a lot of people that want to see a better game, not see a game compete with Madden, not see Madden fall off the cliff. I want Madden to get better. I really do hope this ignites everyone at EA to say, listen, there's a game right now that's going to get more hype than we are, and we have to do something to make our game better so we can get to that point. I also, just to close this out, since I did mention Uche earlier, I've reflected on my channel, all the things that I've done, and I want to thank you guys so much. I joke all the time, I'll probably never see 100,000 subscribers. I'm probably going to have the only channel on YouTube with 70 million views and less than 100,000 subscribers. But at the end of the day, it really has been crazy. I never thought I would be able to share my love of football and my love of gaming, and that's what I'm here to do, no matter what the game is, to try to hope that somebody can look at my channel and see a game to try, see a game to play, and look at football a little differently. And, I don't know when I'm going to stop doing this, but I do know I want to see it through every day I sit here and honestly do my best to finish like Andre Ward when I decide I don't want to play these games anymore. I appreciate you watching this video, and I will be back in the week with more commentary.